Hi, everyone, and welcome. It's Self Scout presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers. Eagles insider Dave Spadaro with the Hall of Famer Brian Westbrook. And we got smiles on our faces this Friday after the Eagles did it to the Giants on Thursday night, 34-13. And Brian, the offense put everything together, everything we'd wanted to see from 5 games. They put it together on game number 6.
They were efficient, no turnovers. They put it all together, just like you mentioned. They protected the quarterback a little bit better. Carson Wentz looked like the old Carson Wentz. Our receivers had a very good day, and we got the running game going just a bit. That's what you want to see from our offense.
And in the red zone, where the Eagles really have struggled this season after being so good last year, 6 trips, 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and it started off after the takeaway, Kamu Grugier-Hill's interception, the Eagles on 3rd and 7, vintage Carson Wentz. Now, I need you to put this in perspective. How many quarterbacks can make this kind of throw? He's got some time, slides up in the pocket, ducks out of the pocket, goes to the right side, and laser across his body.
Well, there's just not many quarterbacks that can escape D linemen that are just getting after him like he did last night. He did a great job of escaping the pocket, eyes down the field. So many young quarterbacks, and I think Carson still is a young type of quarterback. So many quarterbacks, when they escape the pocket, now they're saying, well, I'm tucking the football and I'm running. But Carson Wentz, he says, I'm going to get outside. I'm still going to have my eyes downfield and the throw. Now, it's a laser throw. It's one of those throws that if you're a coach, you're saying, do not make that type of throw. Don't throw across your body into the middle of the field. But Carson Wentz, because of the strength, the confidence of his arm that he has in his arm, they makes that throw all the time. He did a very good job. Touchdown.
And Brian, 3 touchdown passes, 26 completions. Really good news. 15 of them to Ertz and to Jeffrey. 8 catches for Alshon Jeffrey, 3 catches for Nelson Aguilar. The explosiveness came back to the Eagles passing game.
Big time play by Nelson on the long pass. We love that. We know that Zach Ertz is going to get his. We understand he didn't have his normal game yesterday, but I was very impressed by Alshon Jeffrey. And in the last couple of weeks, and I wasn't as excited as probably other people when Alshon came back. I just thought he was just another guy, and I think last year he did a very good job for us, but I didn't know that he was going to bring the big play capability, the excitement on the outside when he came back. But these last 2 games, he's proved me absolutely wrong. He's done a great job of helping Carson. He's added a body to throw the football to. That presence on the outside makes defenses respect the pass game. Alshon Jeffrey has done a great job.
Alshon is not a speed receiver.
No.
He's a power forward boxing up. Is that what makes it so difficult for defensive backs to get leverage on him?
Well, he's not a speed receiver, but he's also not just a possession receiver. So usually you're one or the other. But he's kind of a mixture of both. He doesn't have breakaway speed. He has good enough speed. He doesn't go out in just a possession receiver, but he can catch the short passes, great hands. He can catch the quick slants like he did last night, using his body, getting inside, being physical. I was impressed by that the most yesterday. He's a great mix and also a great opportunity between him and Carson. You can see the continuity that those 2 share is continuing to get better every single game. And as the season progresses, I'm very excited about those 2.
You know, it's interesting you said Ertz, he didn't really have the kind of game that we've become accustomed to. Yet I looked down, 7 catches, 43 yards, and a touchdown. It just seemed like every time he caught the ball, he was down. Like the yak was like 0.
That's right. That's right. And this is what I think about Zach Ertz. I think every single game, because Carson likes to find his tight end, that he can have 100 yards almost every single game. I figure that he's going to have 8 to 10 targets every single game. He'll catch 7 or 8 balls for 100 yards. That's just the way that I feel about Zach Ertz. I'm not expecting him to get the yards after catch, but I am expecting him to catch every ball to him, which he did last night, which he usually does. It just wasn't his night to get the big numbers, and that's okay.
And Brian, a big shout out to the big guys up front who were hurting all week. Lane Johnson goes out there with an ankle injury, played well until he went to the sideline. Jason Peters, we know how sore and beat up and tired he is. Played okay at left tackle until he went out with a bicep injury. And then the Eagles having to rearrange the offensive line. Vaitai goes in at left tackle. Sayamalo goes in from left guard to right tackle. Wisniewski comes in and plays left guard. An encouraging performance from an offensive line that will enjoy these 3 days off this weekend more than anybody possibly can.
Get a little rest. Allow yourself, your body to get healthy, especially for Lane and Jason Peters. I think these guys have done a great job of understanding we may have to shuffle you in and out. We may have to put you in a different position that you normally play, but you have to be prepared. It takes a lot from the coach. It takes a lot from the player to be able to do that and to be ready at a moment's notice to go in there and play well. They've done a great job of it so far this season.
And the offensive backfield, the subject of so many rumors last week. Would the Eagles make a trade for this player or that player? Well, Wendell Smallwood, 18 carries, 51 yards. And Corey Clement, 11 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Not great, not eye-popping, not Saquon Barkley numbers, but enough to keep respect from the defense.
Efficient and effective. When they were called upon, I think Wendell Smallwood ran the ball pretty effectively. In certain situations, he was able to use his speed to get to the outside, run some guys over, make defenders pay. I think Corey Clement has done a great job of running the football. He'll get more and more touches as this thing and his health continue to get better. I think this team offensively is in a good place. They needed their quarterback to play well. He did a great job. Everything else flows when Carson Wentz does it well.
And here are some things that jumped out to me in this game. I really want to make these points very clear. The Eagles in this game had a chance to score early. They did it. 14 points in the first quarter. Explosive plays in the pass game, more than 7 yards per pass attempt. And that is really huge. And then the pre-snap penalties, I think there was only one of them for an illegal formation, and that helps so much.
When you have 14 points in the first quarter, that changes the philosophy of the quarterback, the offensive line, the running back. Most importantly, it changes the philosophy, the thought process of Doug Peterson, the play caller. At that point, Doug can be aggressive. Carson can take some chances that he normally wouldn't take. This is a different type of play that this team has played all season long. They've been playing from behind, close games, things like that. This is the same type of play that they played last year. Doug Peterson being aggressive, Carson Wentz being aggressive. This is the type of offense they want to have. That's because you have the lead 14-3 at the end of the first quarter.
A game that breeds a lot of confidence, and the Eagles get to 3-3, starting the NFC East schedule off the right way. That's our Self-Scout presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers. For Brian Westbrook, I'm Dave Spadaro. Thanks so much for joining us.